When people hear the word Iran, many immediately think of words like holy war or Jihad Nation. But why does Iran have this reputation? Is it true that Iran is always seeking religious wars? Let us clear up the real meaning behind this idea so your understanding is accurate and not just shaped by headlines. First, let's go back in time. Iran, for centuries, was the heart of the ancient Persian Empire, a great civilization, home to poets, philosophers, and powerful kings. But in modern history, everything changed in 1979 when the Iranian Revolution overthrew the Shah, who was a Western-backed monarch ruling in a secular style. When Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini returned from exile and led the revolution to victory, he did not just want political freedom for Iranians. He wanted to build a new Islamic society based on Shia religious law. This vision is called Vilayat-e-Faqih, which means guardianship of the Islamic jurist. It gives clerics the highest authority over politics, law, and social life. From that moment, Iran became the world's first modern Islamic republic ruled by religious leaders. Unlike many Muslim countries that separate religion and state, Iran placed Islamic teachings at the very top of every decision, whether it's domestic policy or foreign affairs. So, where does the word jihad come into this story? In Arabic, jihad literally means struggle or effort for a holy purpose. It's a broad term. In Islam, jihad can be a personal struggle to be a better person, or a collective duty to protect the faith and defend Muslim communities when threatened. Under Ayatollah Khomeini's leadership, Iran embraced a revolutionary interpretation of jihad. For him, jihad meant not only defending Iran's borders, but also spreading the ideals of the Islamic Revolution beyond Iran. Khomeini called on Muslims worldwide, especially Shia minorities in other countries, to stand up against what he saw as oppression and corruption. This is why Iran built strong alliances with armed groups and movements across the Middle East. It supported Hezbollah in Lebanon, Shia militias in Iraq, and other Shia communities in Yemen and Syria. Iranian leaders argue this is part of their duty to protect fellow Shia Muslims and resist Western influence, especially from the United States and Israel, which they see as enemies of Islam. Because of these policies, many Western analysts and Arab rivals label Iran as the center of state-sponsored jihad. Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps, or GC, even has a special branch called the Quds Force, which organizes, funds, and arms groups that share Iran's anti-Western and anti-Israel ideology. However, it's important to understand this clearly. For Iranian leaders, this jihad is more about resistance and deterrence than about conquering territory for Islam like medieval holy wars. They see themselves as the guardians of the Islamic Revolution and the protectors of Shia communities wherever they exist. This worldview explains why Iran invests heavily in proxy forces, missile programs, and regional influence, even when its own economy suffers under sanctions. For Iran's ruling clerics, keeping the flame of the revolution alive is a religious obligation, a modern version of jihad in their eyes. So, is Iran always at holy war? Not exactly in the way many people imagine. Iran does not openly declare wars every year, but it does maintain a constant posture of ideological struggle. Its leaders believe they are in a long-term fight against what they call arrogant powers trying to weaken Islam, mainly the US and its allies. This makes Iran's version of jihad unique. It's part military, part political, and very much rooted in their revolutionary identity. It shapes everything from their foreign policy to how they train and educate future generations. To sum it up, Iran is called a Jihad nation because it openly mixes religion and politics and sees itself as a champion of a broader Islamic struggle, especially for the Shia branch of Islam. It uses this idea to justify its support for armed groups, its resistance to Western influence, and its mission to protect Islamic values at home and abroad. Understanding this context helps explain why Iran behaves the way it does and why its supreme leader remains the ultimate guardian of this ongoing holy struggle.